Join us for a break.
A Boba Break. I'm your host, Grace,
And I'm your co host, Sarah.
and today we are drinking. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking, actually, I have water, gotta hydrate. Also, I have some chamomile tea.
Can't relate with the hydration, but I have a lychee milk tea, and if I'm saying it
Ooh,
wrong and you come for me, I swear to God.
it sounds yummy.
Some
That's how
people
I
say
say it.
some people say lychee, and some people say lychee.
If they say lychee, they're wrong.
All right, glad we're on the same page then. It's lychee. I say it different every time because I always get scared.
How unfitting is it that this is our first episode and I don't have boba?
Right? You're crazy. Honestly, it's actually a complete coincidence that I got boba because my car broke down in the boba parking lot, so I had to pick it up this morning.
I mean, technically, I could go around the corner and get boba, but it's too late. It's too late.
It's too late. Next time, next time.
Yeah, I'll have it for next time.
Yeah. I'll drink this for both of us. Cheers.
Cheers. Just drink my tea.
I'm pretty sure you can hear the ice if I shake it. Hold on, let me see if I can.
You absolutely can. Maybe you can hear the sound of my. Oh God, I almost got tea everywhere. Never mind. It's a bad idea.
Just imagine you shaking a mug.
I did.
I know when I heard it.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god, you could probably hear my chair squeak too.
You absolutely can.
Wonderful. I don't have my desk by the window anymore, so any more traffic, it might be less noticeable,
Hmm.
but no promises actually.
Yeah, it's probably fine, right?
Probably.
Probably. Oh no, we're humans. We live in the world. How dare we?
I know. Who was it that kept making the joke that it sounded like I lived in the middle of a highway?
It was me.
I knew it was you.
I think I made that joke like the first week that we met. I was like, damn, it kind of sounds like you live in the middle of a highway.
Yeah, I think it was because we were also talking on like a platform where it doesn't like buff it out, I guess. Was that the word? Like doesn't muffle it? Doesn't have
Doesn't
sound cancellation. Voice
filter it
cancellation?
out.
Yeah, we got there.
Yeah, yeah, we got there eventually. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so today we're talking about bad dates. A lot of them. We have a lot of bad date stories.
So some of us more than others. Some of us have had oh my gosh, I'm having a stroke. Some of us have had actual good dates. Some of us have not.
Well, to be fair, I have not. I only had a good date when I met Daru, when he came here and we went out on a date the day before he left. So that's 26 years that I waited to have a good date.
It looks like I'm going to be waiting a lot longer then. For those of you who don't know who we are from streaming, Daru is her boyfriend.
Yes.
Yes.
He is a wonderful, wonderful man. I'm gonna marry him,
Oh,
for the record.
I'm obviously going to be a part of the wedding.
Of course. You
Obviously.
have to be.
I'm going to be holding somebody at gunpoint, I'm sure.
Listen, that reception's gonna go crazy. That's all I'm saying.
I want to carry around a water gun with red dye in it in case anyone wears white.
Oh, as you absolutely should.
It's like my goal in life. And I low key hope someone does because give me a reason.
Give me a fucking reason. Let's
Give
go.
me a reason.
Oh my god. Okay, so like where should I even start with my bad dates? Oh, you know where they should start with? My first date was when I was in 5th grade. Okay.
Fifth grade.
Okay, I didn't realize you were going to judge about when our
Sorry,
first dates
sorry.
were.
Pretty sure mine was in sixth, so I have yeah.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
yeah, you can judge me then.
Yeah, sorry.
um, but my first date was in 5th grade. I went on a date with my very first boyfriend, and we went to the skating rink. I had never been to the skating rink before in my life. Um, But he was like, "Yeah, we should go on a date and we should go this exact date on this exact time." And I was like, "Okay, well, I have to see if I can even get a ride there because, neither of us had cars. We were literally children."
Right.
Um, but yeah, so I ended up getting dropped off at the skating rink, and then he showed up 30 minutes late. So it was already a bad start to the date.
What a bitch.
I'm like, at the time, obviously, I was really upset. And now that I'm a little bit older, I'm like, I can kind of give him some leeway because we were both children. And like, you can't really choose when your parents decide they're going to take you somewhere. Because if they're like, well, I have to do this and this and this first, then it is what it is. But yeah, at the time, I was so upset. I was like, I don't even want to be here anymore because I was just sitting there inside of the skating rink for like 30 minutes waiting for him. But then he finally showed up and, we were skating a little bit and then we did a little bit of like arcade games. And then I went back over to skate and he's like, "Okay, I'll be back." And I was like, "Okay, I'm probably gonna do a little bit of skating and I'm gonna sit here." And I didn't have a cell phone at the time. I was like in fifth grade. I didn't have a fucking cell phone.
Crazy if you did, honestly.
Right. We were poor. I didn't have money for a cell phone.
Oh. I didn't even think that was a reason. I just thought nobody had phones back then. That makes me sound like I'm calling you really old, but we didn't have
It
phones when I was
does.
in 6th grade either. Okay.
um
I swear I don't think you're that old.
Thanks. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I was just sitting on like the sidelines of the skating rink and I was sitting there for, I swear, like at least an hour. And he came back over and I was like, "Oh my God," he came over and he has like one of those little like fake roses that you get for like, like the little prize counters and you can get the fake roses when you get like so many tickets from arcade games and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he came over with one of those and he's like, "Oh yeah, I spent like this whole hour trying to get this for you." I was like,
Oh,
"Oh my God, that's so sweet." Like it makes up for the fact that I didn't see you for a whole hour of our date. Um, so then we went to like the little counter with all the food. We got some food and he made me pay for it.
he made you pay for
He made
it?
me pay for it. He was like, "Well, I spent all my money on the arcade games, so like, could you pay for our food?" Um, and I was like, "Yeah, sure." And this conniving little bitch, okay? He turned around while I was paying and, like, saw somebody and, like, turned around so quickly, and he was like, "I have to go find a table," and, like, zoomed off to go find a table. I was like, "What the fuck?" And I, like, turned around, and I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, so I was like, "Maybe this man just doesn't wanna stand anymore." So I got our food, and then I went and sat down with him, and he was all the way in, like, the back corner of where the tables were for, like, eating and stuff, and he like made me sit in front of him so that if anybody came into the area where all the tables were, you wouldn't see him.
Oh, that's like the biggest red flag ever. The fuck?
Right. And I was just like, oh, maybe he's just like anxious now. Like I was writing it off. I was like in fifth grade. I didn't think this man was like crossing me, like double timing me, right? Um Anyways, so needless to say, our date ended kind of early. It wasn't that great. I was also in pain because it was the first time I'd ever skated. I fell on my ass a lot. Um, but yeah, I went home and I was just chilling, having a good time. And then the next day, I got on my aunt's computer, and my friend, who did have a phone, by the way, like one of the only people with a phone. Her parents were rich. Must be nice.
Must be nice.
She was like, "Didn't you go on a date with" what should I say his name is? I don't wanna say his actual name.
Jeremy.
Um, Jeremy. "Didn't you go on a date with Jeremy yesterday?" And I was like, "Yeah, we went to the skating rink." And she's like, "Oof." I mean, she didn't actually do that. But she's like, "Yeah, I thought so." She's like, "So, like, who's this other chick that he was hanging out with?" And then she sent me pictures that she took with her phone of him, like, at the little arcade part of our skating rink with this other girl.
Oh my god, wait, this is like giving like he scheduled 2 dates in the same day and was just going back and forth, and that's why he was
Did it
30
not?
minutes late and then was an hour missing.
Right. I was baffled. And so, like, I messaged him, right? He didn't message me back for a week. This was the time when AOL was still a thing, by the way. I am kind of showing you guys how old I am, but
I mean, AOL was a thing kind of when I was younger.
yeah. I mean, I was young, I was in 5th grade.
Yeah, I
But
was young, I was, like, in 1st grade.
well, to be fair, I'm, like, 5 years older than you, so it checks out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I, like, messaged him on AOL, and I, like, had all the little angry emotes and everything, and I was like, "Were you on a date with somebody else? Like, what's going on?" And he didn't message me back for a week, and, like, every single day I'd get home from school he was not at school, by the way, he took, like, a week off of school.
What the fuck?
I
Sus?
know, and then a week goes by, and I'm, like, checking my AOL every single day when I get home, and then I'm going on my MySpace, you know, playing on my MySpace games and everything, and then I go back and check AOL before I go to bed. Didn't get anything from him, but then after, like, a week, I get home from whatever I was doing because 'cause I'm pretty sure it was a weekend at that point, um, but I check my AOL and I had this long ass email from him where he's like, "I'm sorry, I just, you know, I had just met this other girl and like we just get along really well and I just wanted to see how things were going to go with her and yeah, I'm going to try dating her, so we're going to break up for a while, but if things don't work out with her, then we should get back together." And I was heartbroken. Okay, this is
The
my first boyfriend.
audacity!
Right. But I was like so fucking heartbroken. And I looking back at it now, how are you in 5th grade and you were that toxic and you are that, like, conniving? That's
I wonder where he's at
crazy.
now, like, I feel like he probably did not turn out well with relationships, like, I don't think he's the type to have a good relationship at that point.
I could tell you the only thing I know now is that he's an EMT and he is engaged, I'm pretty sure, but I can
Oh,
also say
damn!
I'm really glad that I did not end up with him because he
Maybe
didn't
he grew
age
as a
very
person.
well.
Oh. Now I feel like I need a description of this man.
I'll show you a picture after we're done recording this
Okay, please
because
do. That sounds I need because I felt bad, like, I was kinda making fun of him, and then you were like, "He's an EMT," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm an asshole."
no, not at all. But yeah,
Oh my god.
like it's just crazy. And then I was so heartbroken. It was my first relationship and I got cheated on my first relationship. And so I listened to Teardrops on My Guitar on repeat for like a week straight. My
No.
mom to this day cannot listen to that song because she's like, "You played it to death. You played that song so much that I cannot hear that song anymore without just completely being over it automatically."
Oh my god. That's I mean, I get it.
But yeah, that was my first date and it was a horrible date and it was a horrible first relationship.
I mean, I got stood up on my first date, so
Oh no, what happened?
I mean, basically just this guy being like, there's this place that was like, I think they're closed now, but they were called like Hinkle's Family Fun Center back where I used to live. It was kind of like an arcade mixture. Hold on, sorry, I'm putting on a sweater, so yeah, it was like an arcade mixture type place with like go karts and stuff and golf.
Oh.
Yeah, and he basically just didn't show up. Just straight up, he just didn't show up. So I just played a bunch of games alone and then went home because I was too young to go on any of like the go karts because they were like the big boy go karts, like the
Oh,
ones you have to have a
yeah.
license for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and fuck golf alone. No, thank you. I
No.
actually just don't like mini golf at all, even with people.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate mini golf games too. They drive me absolutely batty. They're so stupid.
I like mini golf with the right person, but
Well,
oof.
then I guess I've never been with the right person because every time I get so bored so fast, I'm just like, wow. But also my attention, like, is all over the place. It has
Yeah,
to be very, very entertaining.
I
To be
think the
fair.
thing with mini golf is you have to be going with people who are entertaining, like people who can make you laugh because mini golf itself, I can agree, is not very entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess if you go with someone who's like super entertaining and like you love to be around, then yeah, I get it. But I was always going with my family, so I feel
Ooh.
like that really sums it up.
I think I think if we went to mini golf together, it would be a great time.
You know what? I honestly agree. I wouldn't really do it willingly at first, but it might be fun in the end. I feel like
I
you and Daru and me mini golf
Oh my god,
would
that would be so funny.
it would get interesting fast.
Oh my god, honestly, taking, like, the whole Pookie Club to go um,
Honestly,
mini golf
Pookie
play
Club is
mini
our
golfing?
friend group, by the way.
Yeah, that is
I
our
feel like
friend group. It's a
it's the
very exclusive club.
Yep, yep. What
There
is
are
6 of us in
now
there?
6 of us,
Yep.
currently 6 of us. It
6 of us in a group, a big group of people who wanna be us.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounded very, like but I've had so many DMs of people being like, "Can I join Pookie Club?" And I'm like, "No."
No, you can't join Pookie Club, it's for those of us that are super close.
It's by invite only, and
Yes.
everyone has to agree.
Yeah, everybody has to know each other too is a big thing. I think there are a lot of people because I can agree of like getting people that have like asked to be a part of Pookie Club where they don't even know some of the people that are in it. And I'm like, that's not gonna
Right?
work. You
Some
have to know everybody.
parasocial stuff happening occasionally, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel
It's
bad saying no, but you
hard.
can't be a part of everything, dude.
Yeah. I think well the hardest part is that like especially like in our communities there are people that are really supportive and I'm like I want you to be a part of as much as possible, but there are some things that are like exclusive to certain people. And it's not like a I don't like you thing, but it's just like it's an exclusivity thing and not to purposely leave you out of things, but it's just it is what it is.
It kind of like loses its purpose after like everyone joins, you know? Like the point of Pookie Club is to be a small group of us that do everything together.
Yeah. And it's
And there's a
also
lot of TMI, a lot of TMI in that group chat.
yeah, I was gonna say that. It definitely is like a place where everybody kind of vents as they need to. And I think there's also like a lot of like personal information that's
Yeah, I
just
was
kind of
about to
like a
say.
little bit doxing if just random people were to join or like people that are not like super close to us join.
Yeah, I feel like the only people that should be in that group are people that we trust like a lot and are very close with. Cause like I know that everyone in that club wouldn't like if my address was dropped in that chat, they wouldn't just show up at my address, you know? They
Yeah,
wouldn't swat me, you know? So
which we had a friend before that they couldn't say that about. I do feel like
I
they would have possibly shown up if they had known either of our addresses. Probably
yeah.
yours more likely
A
than mine
hundred well,
because
he
I
was a
was a little
lot
bit farther
closer to me.
away. Yeah.
Yeah, let's refer to him as
Mm,
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob,
Billy
yeah.
Bob was something else. Billy Bob has messaged me since.
I have Billy Bob blocked on everything, so Billy Bob cannot message me. The only thing that he's not blocked on is, um, TikTok because I don't know how.
Oh shoot, you know what? I don't think I have him blocked on TikTok either. Um,
He views my, profile every now and then, and the thing
Same.
is that if you view somebody's profile on TikTok, especially if that person doesn't have a lot of viewers on their profile,
They're gonna know.
then TikTok tells you
I get
because
like maybe like 5 to 15 people a week viewing my profile, and he's usually in it.
yeah, um, same. But it's just like we've said our piece, like, move on, you know?
Move on, homie. Yes. Well, I mean, the last message he sent me was like really self-deprecating and like basically saying fuck you, have a good life. And I didn't respond to it. And I'm pretty sure I blocked him after that because I had like just forgotten to block him is what happened.
Yeah.
Because I have so many social media platforms, it kind of is crazy.
Well, I think a big thing with that situation is there was a lot of, like, overstepping of clear boundaries, and even when it was, like, brought to their attention of like, hey, we both have these boundaries that you shouldn't be crossing, it it became a thing where it'd be like, oh yeah, yeah, I understand, I'll respect your boundaries. um and then it wouldn't happen. It was like a lot of
Yeah.
say and no do.
Yeah. It was a lot of, like, doing very inappropriate things, and not inappropriate well, some of it inappropriate like that, but also, like, inappropriate, like, emotionally and, like, very, very much overstepping rules that are set up in our communities
Yeah.
just because he was like, "Oh, I'm, like, their friend, so I can do whatever I want," but that's not really the case.
Yeah. um and of course there were other things that happened that kind of led to like the big uh the massive exodus of following him on social media and being like mutuals with him and everything. um but I don't know, I have this feeling where I'm like, I don't hate him. I don't hate him, and I do hope that like he's doing well. I hope he's doing better than he was when we were friends with him, but I could not go back to being friends with him.
Yeah, it wasn't even, like, a hate situation, it was just exhausting, you know? Like,
Yeah.
we did our part, we set those boundaries, which was really hard for us because we're not good at that. And we were so proud of ourselves for doing it, but then he still stepped over the boundary, which
Yeah.
made it really hard to stay friends, and it was just, like, a lot of very much of, like, emotional attacking, I guess? A lot
Yeah.
of gaslighting, a lot of, what's the word for that?
Manipulation?
Basically that's the word!
Um, can I talk about, like, basically, like, the last thing that happened that was kind of, like, for me, like, the straw that, like, broke the camel's back?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the person that I'm dating now, Grace and I were both friends with before I started dating him.
Yeah.
Um, can I think we both kinda liked him at some point.
Oh, 100%, dude, I thought his voice was so attractive, but I'm like I hyperfixate on, like, someone that I think I like, and then it fades, and I'm like, "No, I just wanted to be friends with them." And
Yeah,
that's 100% what it was. Like, at first, I was like, "Wow, I'm really attracted to his voice." But then,
yeah.
like, I thought back to it, and I was like, "No, I just really wanted to be friends with this dude," and I just I just wanted to give me attention as, like, a friend.
Yeah, which, by the way, there's no, like, awkwardness about that, just so that nobody's like, oh my god, there's this tension." No, there's none of
Yeah,
that.
no, I never actually really liked him, I just don't understand my own feelings.
But, yeah, like, I started dating Daru, and then Billy
Billy
Bob,
Bob.
um, started, like, messaging Grace and, like, trying to feed her, like, this information of, like, oh, like, she's being manipulative, and, like, she purposely started dating him because you liked him, and, like, she hates you because you liked him, and, like, she doesn't actually wanna be friends with you anymore, and, like, just all this shit, and I was like, he's not talked to me since I started dating this man. He doesn't know a single thing, and also, the most important thing, none of that is true.
Right.
And it just was so frustrating because I'm like, it's one thing to not get along with somebody or to be like upset with somebody. It is another thing to try to manipulate other people into turning against that person because you have some kind of like beef or something going on with them.
Yeah, he really got in my head, but he didn't account for our communication skills.
Exactly. Cause I think after like the second time that he did it, because you told me the first time he did it, and I was like, well, listen, there are no hard feelings at all. And we literally have good communication. And I feel no type of way about this. Like, I literally don't even think about it really. And I was like, you're my best friend. And
You literally
that's
asked
it.
my permission, even though I had already been, like, over it.
Well, it felt like a respect thing too, because we did both like him at some point, and of course I
Yeah,
still liked him, but I was like, it just feels like a respect thing because we're both friends of being like, hey, he asked me out. Are you cool with this? Like there's
pretty
not
sure
going to
you
be any
messaged me
weird
at, like,
feeling.
5 in the morning too. I was passed
Yeah.
the fuck out. I woke up to that message and I was like, yeah, we're chill. Pop off, queen."
Sorry, drinking some water.
Yeah, I know. I got a notification, so I was like looking over, but it was just like all of a sudden all of my Discord messages went through. I don't know.
But yeah, so like him kind of trying to pull whatever he was trying to pull, that was it for me because I was like, there is no way that I can go back to how things were before with this person, considering that he was purposely trying to paint me out to be this terrible, terrible friend. I was like, I can't do that because what happens the next time he gets upset about something? Somebody just rang my doorbell.
I heard that. Ding dong.
What happens the next time that he gets upset about something and then he tries to attack me or attack you or try to again turn us against each other for whatever reason?
Yeah, I think we felt really bad at first because he was the reason that we like met.
Yeah.
Um, I just remember like whispering to you on not TikTok, Valorant,
Yeah.
being like, "Hey."
Oh my god, yes. I it was great. I had a lot of the same feelings of like feeling guilty, being like, well, he's the whole reason that we know each other. So like I owe like XYZ to him. And I had a lot of talks with my therapist about this and she was like, just because somebody is the reason that you met somebody else doesn't mean that you owe them a single thing. Like you don't owe somebody your time, your energy, your emotions just because they helped you to make a connection with somebody else. And a lot of what I've gone through in therapy, like especially in the past few months, is learning that I don't have to feel guilty about loving and caring about somebody and not having a relationship with them anymore.
You know what? And that's so healthy. Like if I had a therapist, I'm sure she'd tell me the same thing. Yeah.
um
Well,
yeah,
moving on from oh, unless you have something else to say about it, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say I love how we went from talking about bad first dates to a bad friendship experience.
I know I was gonna try and like segue back into bad first dates.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Unless you have something else to say about it, that's fine.
I don't.
You're like, I'm good. Um, I think the worst date that I ever had. Well, I've definitely had some pretty bad ones, but this guy invited me out. It was like around February last year, so it's like Valentine's Day e type. I had like met him on Hinge, I think it was Hinge or Tinder, and he this is like our first date, which makes this even crazier. He's like, let's go to the melting pot. I was like, I can't afford the melting pot, homie. I'm broke as fuck. And he was just like, no, it's fine. I'll pay. Like, let's go. I was like, okay, bet. So I showed up at the melting pot and um, I was there first. So I got us a table. I texted him, this is our table, blah, blah, blah. And he showed up with his entire homie group. And then they ended up dining and dashing and leaving me with the bill at the melting pot. And that was just an
Yeah, no,
experience.
that's wild.
He was an
Ugh.
experience for sure. Yeah. And the bill was like so expensive. I can hear you typing.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. The whole bill was very, very expensive. The melting pot is like minimum like 100 per person. Like,
Oh my
especially around
god.
Valentine's Day, I feel like they jack their prices.
Oh, probably. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, so I was left with like almost a felony amount of money.
Honestly, I would have just left his contact information.
Well, I straight did. So I told the waiter, I said, "Hey, this is supposed to be a date," and he goes, "With 6 people?" And I said, "It's just supposed to be 2 of us." And he felt really bad for me. I was like, "Yeah," and they left me with the bill, even though they said they were gonna pay. And he was like, "I feel really bad for you. I'll call the police." And they called the police, and I had to give the police like his first and last name and his number. And I did happen to know his address because he tried to get me to come to his house instead of out to eat.
Oh
Which you know
god.
where that's going if they try and get
Yeah.
you to go to their house. And I never heard about it again. So, and I didn't have to pay the bill. I did tip the waiter though, because
Honestly,
I didn't
always
want to
tip
just
your
leave.
waiters.
I was like, dude, I got like $30. So I like handed him 30 bucks. I was like, "You're a real G for that." I can't afford the rest of this though. And I dipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I think, honestly, I don't know. I've had really bad dates in general. I think the worst date I've ever had is probably so the person that I dated before Daru. It was like 2 years before Daru and I started dating, like 2.5, maybe even. Um, but like my whole family liked him and everything, So I was like, I have to try to make this work. Um, but he took me. We had already been on a couple of dates, and they weren't bad, but they were they were lackluster. They were a little boring.
They were lackluster.
Yeah. Um, but so we went on a date. I was telling him about how growing up we always went to the drive-in theater, and I was like, "Yeah, the drive-in theater is still open." And he wasn't from the state that we both live in. So he had never been to the drive-in theater. So he's like, "Oh, we should go." And I was like, "We should." So we ended up driving, and it's like an hour to get from where we are to the drive-in theater. We had gotten snacks, we had gotten drinks, we made sure that we had blankets so that we could get comfy. Um, and we got there, and he was like, "Well, since I paid for the snacks and everything, you should pay for the tickets for the movie."
Oh God.
And I was like, "You, I I have my whole thing with dates is I feel like it doesn't have to be a thing where the men always pay. But if you are the one that invites somebody out on a date, I think that you should be the one to pay unless you discuss it beforehand. That's like the kind of etiquette that I have grown up with for dates. Like if the person asked the other person on a date, then they should be the one paying unless they're like, "Hey, do you want to split the cost of going to this place as like a little date?"
Yeah, I feel the same way about friends because, like, if I invite you to go out to get coffee, I'm obviously paying for the coffee.
Yeah, that's
Like,
how I feel too. Yeah.
yeah, it's just kind of whack to invite someone out and then be like, "Oh yeah, can you pay though?"
It's
Like,
ridiculous.
no, homie, no.
Yeah. Um so yeah, he made me pay for the tickets, and I was like, "Okay." Um, so I did, and like it's not a fact to it wasn't a matter of like money because I had the money to pay for it, and they weren't expensive tickets. But it was more like
The
he didn't tell
principle of
me.
it.
Yeah, he didn't even tell me until we got to the little window, and he was like, "Yeah, can you pay for this?" And I'm like, "Homie, I don't carry cash with me, and this is a cash only place. They don't accept cards." So we had to turn around and drive like 20 minutes the opposite way so that I could get cash out of the ATM. And so we get back there and I pay. And then he's like, "Yeah, do you want anything like cold to drink?" Because we didn't have cold drinks. We got like a dollar store drinks that were not cold. And he was like, "Yeah, do you want anything to drink?" And I was like, "Yeah, something cold to drink would be nice." And then he hands me cash out of his wallet. And he's like, "Here you go."
No.
And makes me walk to the concession stand by myself to go grab our drinks. He's like, "Yeah, this is what I want. Also, can you get us a popcorn?" And I was like, "Oh, you don't want to go with me?" And he's like, "No, I'll stay here."
You
Excuse
know,
me.
that's crazy. Like, I don't mind going with you to get a drink, but if you ask me if I want a drink,
Right.
it's like giving like, "Oh, are you hungry?" And somebody's like, "Yeah." And it's like, "Okay, well then will you make dinner?" Like, like that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it was bad. And then I don't even remember the movie. Oh, one of them was The Black Phone. That was one of the movies we were watching. I don't even remember the second one because with the drive-in theater, it's like you watch two movies on whatever screen you're at. Um, I just remember though that like the whole time he was on his phone. He was
Rude as
just
hell.
on his phone texting people, scrolling through Facebook, which I don't even use Facebook anymore. So I was judging him a little bit.
Oh shit, maybe you should be judging me too.
It's okay. I don't judge you because you're my bestie.
I mean, to be fair, it's only when I'm bored or like Facebook Marketplace do be wild in my town.
You know what? That's fair.
I saw like used coffins on there the other day. It was crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, and they looked used. They looked used.
Oof. Um, But yeah, like, he was, like, on his phone the whole time. I'm like, "Oh, are you, like, not interested in the movie?" He's like, "Well, I just have to multitask when I watch movies." I'm like, "Why would you invite me to the drive-in theater if you're gonna be on your phone the whole time?" And, like, this man had his phone brightness all the way up. You have to wait until the
No.
sun goes down to watch drive-in movies. So his brightness is all the way up. It's reflecting on all the windows. It's hard as fuck to see. And I'm also, like, having to try to listen through other people's car audio because he turned his car all the way off. So he didn't even set his radio to be at the right station on like the AM channels, so that we could actually hear the movies.
That's
And
so stupid.
he was like, "Well, I don't want to ruin my like, run my car battery out." And I'm like, "We can rent a radio from the concession stand." And he was like, "Yeah, I don't have the money for that."
What the fuck,
It is
dude?
$2.50, by the way. Just want that to be known. It is
I mean,
$2.50 to rent a radio so
to
that
be
you
fair,
can
I
hear.
relate to that.
But
But,
why
like, at the same
invite
time, why
somebody to
would
the
you
movies?
that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you can't afford anything, like, why don't you, like, invite someone on a picnic and make all your food at home? Like, problem solved, and then all you can buy like, buy some drinks maybe, like, some coffees or something, and then bam, you've only spent, like, $10 for a date.
Yeah, exactly. Like, a date doesn't have to be super expensive. You don't have to spend a bunch of money on it, but it's like actually spending quality time with somebody is what's important to me. And he just kind of showed that, like, he did not actually care to be on the date. And I was like, why did we drive all this way? Why am I like an hour away from home with you when you don't even want to be here?
I feel like it's, like,
It
the
was
same
bad.
etiquette when hanging out with your friends outside of the house. Like, I get, like, hanging out on the couch and both of you scrolling through TikTok, but
Yeah.
when I go out, like, to get coffee with someone, if they're on their phone the whole time or even, like, really any of it, it kind
Yeah.
of pisses me off, like, especially if you go out to eat with a friend and they're on their phone.
Yes.
I mean, dates are just as bad, but I've
Yes.
noticed that I have, like, some friends who will literally scroll through, like, Twitter on their phone while we're out to eat, and I'm like, "I'm right here, dude," like
Oh
and then
my
I'll get on my phone. My dad does this. My dad is so guilty of this. He'll be on his phone, and then, like, 20 minutes in, I'm bored, so I'll pull up my phone because he's not talking to me, and then he'll be like, "Why are you always on that thing? Like, why are you on your phone?" And he's like, "You shouldn't have your phone at the dinner table." I'm like, "Oh, homie," and then he's like, "I had to work," and I'm like, "I don't care if you had to work. Like, why are you out to eat if you have to work right now?"
right.
Like, that's, like, completely not an excuse, especially if it's, like, 8 o'clock at night and we're out to eat. I'm like, "Why are you working at this hour?" Like, I know he owned a business for a while, he recently sold it. I know
Mhm.
he owned the business, but, like, you can't put that aside for, like, 30 minutes to an hour when your store is closed. Like,
Right.
it's closed, you're not doing anything. I get clients call you at your personal phone number, but that's crazy, like, don't answer, it's past hours. So he's
Right.
really bad
Or you
about
can
that, like, through
call
my
them
whole
back.
childhood too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah, no,
he
that's
was bad.
it's awful. Like, I think it's a little bit different because I know, like, sometimes, like, when I'm out to eat with people or something, like, showing them stuff on your phone, being like, "Oh my god, I have to show you this," like, that is different because you're still engaging with the person. But yeah, just, like, scrolling through your phone or, like, answering phone calls when you're out with somebody eating or, trying to spend time with them, so rude, so disrespectful.
Speaking of disrespectful, I recently went on a date, I think it was, like, 3 weeks ago, I don't think I told you about this, and he had one of those Apple, Vision Wear bullshit, and he wore it through the entire date.
That's so stupid.
I could not keep a straight face, dude, it was so stupid, and, like, the waiter would come over, and I was just looking at him like, "Get me out of here," like, what is he why would you wear that on a date? Much less in public, like, I know like, I talked to my dad about this too, and my mom, and they're like, "That's the future, isn't it?" And I'm like, I don't
No.
care if it's the future, that's so
Stop.
stupid."
It looks so stupid.
It looks so stupid, and, like, I know that it's likely that my kids like, when I finally do have kids I wanna clarify, I don't have kids right now. When I do have kids and they are getting older, like, I know there's probably gonna be something like that where I'm gonna be like, "In my day, we didn't wear that shit." But, like, right now, it's crazy, especially because not everyone's into it, It's like a handful of people who have money and they're like, haha, the Vision Pro, whatever it is. And they're like wearing it in public. And I'm like, that's actually crazy. Like, I get it. If you want to like go to a cafe and study, and I know it has like that study feature, whatever. But so many people are also returning it because it gives like motion sickness and like all of that. And I'm just like, not the future anytime soon, dude. Don't
Yeah.
use that as an excuse.
Oh
Dude,
my god.
I don't want to date in this day and age. I don't want to date. I want out. Let me out. It's another thing. On Twitter, I get a lot of people like when I'll like make a joke about being single, they're like, I'm here. I'm like, no, no, it was a joke. Sorry. I'm good.
Yeah. Also, I was trying to look because I was like, "Oh, let's read one of the Am I an Asshole stories?" But like one of the ones that's on here removed. It's the one that's like, "Am I the asshole for not wanting to spend 30K on an engagement ring?"
Oh, he took it off. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But like the thing is, I agree. Like, why would you ever ask somebody to spend $30,000 on an engagement ring?
Am I the asshole for asking the lady next to me at a concert to stop knitting?
I feel like we have to read this.
I'll read it if you, unless you want to read it. I don't know.
Ooh, I'll read it. I'll read it.
It's long.
I got you. I got you. All right. Are you ready?
Hmm.
Okay. Well, the title is Am I the asshole for asking the lady sitting next to me at a concert to stop knitting? And also, just for context, it's been tagged as not the asshole. So,
Oh, I see that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's been voted as not the asshole. So we'll see.
Can we comment on the guy's name?
Oh, what is his name?
Peeps McGee.
It's so funny. Okay, so it says I went to a concert tonight at a seated venue to see a folk singer. The music is relatively tame slash quiet and fairly emotional. In my opinion, seeing this artist is a pretty immersive music experience, at least for me. I was really excited to see this particular show at a seated theater where it's easier to just focus on the music. I'd venture a guess that most of the people who would go to this type of show are going because they're emotionally invested in this person's music. The show starts, and I notice the woman. Oh my god, I am already messing up.
Oh no.
The show starts, and I notice the woman sitting directly next to me is knitting. Odd, I thought, but okay. But as the show went on, I kept finding myself so distracted by this knitting.
Knitting is really distracting, like all the hand movements. So am
Yeah.
I too, to be honest.
I must have tried for a solid 30 minutes to ignore it, but the constant motion in my peripheral vision, plus the quiet clicking of the needles, kept stealing my attention away from the show. After a while, I felt like I couldn't focus on the show at all, and all I could think about was whether I should try to say something politely. The woman was with a partner, and I noticed on their other side there were 2 to 3 open seats. So I finally worked up the courage to politely say something. I thought the best and least disruptive way to do that was to write a note on my phone and show it to her, so that's what I did. The note said, this is a direct copy and paste. I'm so sorry to ask, and I know this is probably ridiculous, but the knitting is distracting me from enjoying the show. Would you mind either stopping or moving one seat over? Again, I'm sorry. Which I feel like is pretty
That's like so polite. Like he said sorry twice.
right. And he was like, listen, I know it's
It was
probably
so polite.
ridiculous. Right. I don't know. I assumed anyone who knitted in public, and especially someone at this kind of very chill show, was probably a generally chill human. That's a fair assumption.
Honestly, like it does really get the vibe. Like most of the time it's correct.
Yeah. So I was not expecting the kind of negative reaction that followed. The woman gave me the nastiest look, let out an angry sigh, threw her hands up, dramatically stuffed her knitting stuff into her bag, huffed and puffed to her partner, and then got up and completely left the show.
I feel like that's a really, really dramatic. Like
That really is. I was
honestly
so
crazy.
I was so baffled by how angry she got, especially since I tried really hard to phrase this as politely as I could. I even considered that maybe there are reasons beyond my understanding why someone might not be able to sit still during a show and might need to keep their hands busy. Neurodivergence, some sort of recovery, some other reason. So I really tried to avoid speaking up out of sensitivity. And again, it's why I included the suggestion that maybe she could just slide over instead of stopping completely. I realized that knitting is definitely not the most disruptive thing a person could do, and I couldn't tell if me asking her to stop was unreasonable and maybe I should have just sucked it up, but I thought I was polite about it, and I'm still just really shocked at how mad she got, and even more shocked that she completely left the show halfway through the set. So, am I the asshole for asking her to stop knitting or move one more seat over?
Looks like they have an update on it too.
Oh, yeah. I think the use of the word theater. Oh, sorry, my bad. I think the use of the word concert is misleading.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the use of the word concert is misleading people here. And oh my god, wait, now I'm doing it. And people might think concert equal loud environment. But this is a very oh fuck, dude, what is happening? A fairly
Right.
quiet folk show at a theater as opposed to a rock or pop concert at an arena. The room was dead silent outside of the performance itself. The set included some full band songs, some solo acoustics, some were just vocals plus fiddle plus guitar. The needles did make a clicking sound, which they do, honestly.
They do. Yeah.
Probably equivalent to someone typing on their phone with long nails. So just like the little clicking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Honestly, I feel like it really isn't. He's not an asshole. That's so valid. I'm gonna read some of the comments, see what's up. A lot of them are just saying like not the asshole and that she just loves drama. Anyone who'd walk out on a music performance if she can't knit her way through it on her own is on her own. There we go. So yeah, they're just basically saying like she just straight left, definitely on her own.
Like, there's this person that's like, yeah, I'm not arguing against it being inconsiderate, but then saying, like it keeps them from like fidgeting, like foot tapping or things like that. But like, the thing is, the person also asked them to just move over if they wanted to continue knitting. Like, if it's that quiet of a venue, which I've been to concerts like that before, where it's, like really quiet in the actual audience, yeah, it can be fucking distracting. And I don't think it's bad to just ask somebody, like, hey, like if you're going to be doing this, since it is kind of a little bit of a distraction, since, you have the clicking of your knitting needles, could you just like scooch over a little bit?
Right? Like, I don't know. That's just it's crazy that she stormed out like that. Like he asked so nicely. He was so polite about it. He was just
Right.
like, maybe just move over, maybe not, like just anything at this point. I just imagine that she was just like such a Karen of a lady.
Right.
Like I feel like she's the type of lady that if her if her coffee is just like a little too cold, that she'd be like complaining.
Yeah.
I found another post. It says, "Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend I will break up with her if she doesn't shave?" And I have to read this. All right, so
I feel
am
like
I the
yes.
asshole? I feel like it's giving yes so far, but it might not be. We'll find out. Because some of these like trip me up,
Yeah. Some of these, like, the titles are misleading, and then you're like, oh, no, absolutely not the asshole. But I feel like
right?
for telling my girlfriend I'll break up with her if she doesn't shave, like, why does she have to shave for you?
Right? So, for context, I, 25 male, and my girlfriend, 23 female, have been together for almost 2 years. Let's see. When we first got together, it was great. I had literally no complaints about her, and something I even told her early in the relationship during a conversation. Oh my god, there's so many run on sentences
It
about her
really
likes
is.
and dislikes that I don't find body hair on women attractive. What I mean by body hair, I am only talking about the armpits and legs. Everything else, I don't care. I told her I don't mind stubble or just a bit of growth, but full blown long leg and armpit hair, I don't find attractive at all. She didn't mind that I had a preference because she told me she doesn't like the sensation of body hair on her. Well, recently she started growing out her body hair. Her armpits and legs almost look like mine now. I have asked her multiple times about it, not to remove it straight up, but why has she been growing it out? In which she said she saw a TikTok about body positivity that made her feel more confident. I tried to like it, but I can't. Hey, at least he tried. It doesn't look good. I finally told her straight up that I don't find it attractive. She didn't like that and said she doesn't want me to be like one of those men. In quotations, one of those men. I told her if she doesn't shave, I'm going to break up since I don't find her attractive because of this. Let's just say she got extremely pissed off that I am never going to find a woman that shaves for me daily. Am I the asshole? So before we read the updates, what do you think so far?
I'll be honest, he's the asshole.
Yeah, if something as simple as body hair, like, I mean, I get it grossing you out if it's not clean. Like, I know that, like, even men with body hair, when they're not clean, it's disgusting.
Yeah. But I also I'm gonna be real, if something like body hair makes you unattracted to somebody, you were not actually attracted to them in the first place. There's no way.
Yeah, it's a very surface level attraction.
Yeah.
And then he said, so update one. Thought I'd add some more info since some people trying to twist it. I never said shave daily. I even said in the post I don't care about some body hair. She had her leg and armpit hair grow out for months, all while I'm asking her about it. It's extremely long and not taken care of, and I cannot be forced to like it. I did not straight up tell her that I was going to break up with her. Sorry. This was after multiple attempts of me trying to ask her about it and saying I was not attracted to it. I mean, he did say that it's not taken care of. So that might be a little different.
I
Cause I
don't know.
feel
I feel like I need a perspective from her too because like the thing is like what is his definition of like not taken care of? You know, is his
yeah.
definition like she just didn't shave it or is it like she has bad bodily hygiene? Because I feel like those are two very different things.
And she wouldn't like suddenly not have good hygiene when
Right.
she's like growing her hair out. But some people see it as unclean, and I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I took a sip of my boba. Let me chew this really quick.
I just feel like I don't if you are the kind of person where like things like body hair gross you out, literally I just feel like you kind of need to get a grip because everybody grows body hair. It's
Yeah.
natural. It's a human thing. I'm not saying you have to like it, but like if you're unattracted to people because they're not clean shaven or they don't shave, it's not short hair. What is wrong with you? Why is it that
Right?
much of an issue to you?
We have a final update. I looked through the majority of comments. I understand that I am an asshole.
At least he knows.
I decided to break it off with her. She did not take it lightly, decided to insult me, and threatened to break my stuff. She ended up
Ooh.
leaving, though, after some time and stayed at her mom's house. I didn't realize at the time it was fucked up of me to give her an ultimatum about this, so I deserved the insults. Thanks for the judgment, though. Changed my view on this sort of topic, but I thought it would be a good thing for both of us to move on from each other. Honestly,
Yeah.
he was really mature for that.
Yeah.
For being like, yeah, okay, I'm the asshole. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, probably good though that they did break it off since she did threaten to break his stuff. Like it just see
That was crazy.
I'll
That's
be real,
crazy.
it just sounded like not a healthy relationship at all if she's like threatening to break his shit and also insulting him.
Yeah, I mean the comments are kind of wild because there are like a majority. There's a few threads of like other men being like, "Nah, not the asshole," like disgusting, and then like the rest of them are like, "Yeah, you're the asshole, dude. She can do whatever you want." No, this one, nah, she can have hair. You can walk away.
Yeah, you know,
That's a crazy
that's
comment,
that's fair, but also it's kind of crazy
right?
because the thing that like also I it's making me think about too is like what if he ends up marrying somebody and having a kid with them? Like when you're pregnant, shaving not an option. Just not an option. Like is he going to shave his wife so that he's still attracted to her? Like
Right?
I'm thinking like a long game here. I mean, he said now that like his view's been changed on that sort of thing, but like like, before, like, if he had never posted this and, like, his mind had never been changed, like, what would have happened in that sort of situation?
Right? And, like, I feel like there's certain situations in a life of marriage that you're not gonna shave. Like, pregnant women aren't gonna shave their legs, like,
Exactly,
things
yeah,
like that. I mean, but yeah, no, he's definitely the asshole. Glad he realized it, though.
yeah, we love somebody realizing that they're the asshole.
Some of these posts in this thread are crazy. We got, "Am I the asshole because I wanna leave my boyfriend for choking me?"
Oh my god. Can we talk about something that is happening on the internet right now that I kind of feel like we should talk about?
Abso I think I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the Wilbur stuff?
Yeah, have you, like, seen all of the stuff about, like, Shovel and Wilbur?
A little bit. I've seen parts of it, like, on TikTok just this morning.
So, okay, I can give a really, really quick, like, basic rundown. So, Shovel and Wilbur, they're both, Minecraft peoples. They were both on, was it the Dream SMP?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Um, so Shovel and Wilbur apparently dated. I didn't know this. I was not a super big like Dream SMP person. Um, but Shovel goes on her Twitch, YouTube? I don't know where she streams. I'm pretty sure it's Twitch. She's on live stream. She's talking about how, she was quiet about it before because, it was like keeping her peace, but now she's realizing that being quiet about what she went through is only protecting the person that abused her. So she says, that she was not hit. She wasn't, you know, she wasn't,
She wasn't beat.
yeah, she wasn't abused in a way that she considered before it happened to her abuse. But she was saying that, like, one, emotionally, she was not taken care of, especially in the last couple months of the relationship. But also, he had a habit of biting her, and not just like, like little play bites, and things like that. Like they literally had a safe word because of how hard he would bite her. And
Mhm.
he would purposely bite her apparently to leave bruises on her, would like laugh about it when he would bite her hard enough that she would like yell out in pain, and would purposely do it in front of their friends, and she felt like she had to laugh it off because she was embarrassed about it. And she was like, at one point I would be using like our safe word because he'd bite me too hard and he would bite me harder. And,
Oh.
like that on top of the fact that she said, like, like, I think she said, like, he had gone like a whole month without complimenting her at all or anything like that. She asked him about it. She told him, like, hey, like, you haven't complimented me like without me having to like prompt it or anything in like over a month. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll do it. Another month goes by. He doesn't do that shit at all. And so I
Yeah.
guess basically they end up breaking up because she realizes you know, like he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
the biting is weird, personally.
yeah,
Um, like, I bite people too, not like that,
yeah,
but, like, if we're sitting in a car next to each other and we're close friends, and your arm is just chilling there, I'm just gonna do a little,
yeah.
just a little
See, I think that's a lot different than the fact that like he was like purposely biting her hard enough that she was like bruising and was
that you have to
purposely
bite a bitch hard for
right.
that.
And like biting her hard enough that she would be like yelling out in pain and like not like literally the fact that they had a safe word and like he would bite her, she would say the safe word, and then he would bite her harder. That is It's not okay.
That's
It's not
crazy.
cool.
That's not how that works. Safe word is literally meant to
Yeah.
keep you safe, like, it's that word that you use. I'm asexual, so I don't have any experience in BDSM or anything, but, like, I've read a lot of books with it. And, like, the safe word is super important, and if you're ignoring the safe word, then it's not a safe relationship anymore.
Yeah. So, a couple days go by, people are divided. People are like, "Oh, this is definitely about Wilbur," because she doesn't say his name. She doesn't say the person's name when she tells her story. Um, so some people are like, "This absolutely has to be Wilbur," because she talked about him having an ant festation, which Wilbur has said before that he had. She said that he is British, which Wilbur is. And there were a
Yeah.
couple other things, I guess, that she said where people are like, "This has to be Wilbur." Other people are like, "There's no way this is Wilbur. He would never do something like this." A couple days go by. Wilbur makes a statement on Twitter. And this I'm gonna try to be I can't. This is the worst apology, not apology I have ever seen in my life for anything.
Is it worse than the musical one?
I You know what? No. I think that Colleen still takes number 1 spot, but this I'm even willing to put it number 2 because it is less of an apology and more of a I'm playing the victim so that I don't have to take full accountability for the things that I've done.
Yeah.
It's it's bad. It's really bad. So basically it's a lot of him being like, "Yeah, I was horrible during the last months of our relationship, but like I went through a lot of therapy. I'm a different person now." Um, like I don't even remember what all he said, but I do know that first of all, he doesn't even apologize until like the last bit of his whole statement. And his apology is, "I'm sorry for the pain that I've caused," and does not directly address Shovel or Shelby. Um, and it's not a real apology. A real
I
apology is like, "I'm sorry that I did these things and I know it wasn't okay." Not, "I'm sorry
Yeah.
for the pain that I've caused." Saying that to me is like a cop out, being like, "Oh, I'm sorry that you were offended by the things that I did."
Like
That's
saying, "I'm sorry you feel that way."
yeah, like that's not it's not a real apology. And so the internet is still divided now, right? Because some people are like, "Well, he apologized and blah blah blah," and other people are like, "That is not an apology. That's not an apology." And he somehow still turned it and made it about himself.
Yeah, I feel like we've had people in our lives that do that too.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm getting really sick of seeing it everywhere. Like, nobody knows how to properly apologize and take accountability.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people that when I was younger, I used to watch like the Dream SMP a lot when I was younger. They're like
Yeah.
coming out as like bad people. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate. But yeah, I think like the big thing here too is we can acknowledge Wilbur is an absolute asshole. He doesn't deserve to have a platform, to be honest with you, because the way that he has handled the situation, um, and the things that he's done is just I don't think excusable. And I think a lot of people would agree. Um,
Yeah.
the thing that I have seen a lot though that I think is really wholesome is all the people that were friends with Shelby and Wilbur who have come out and been like, "Hey, Wilbur, you're a fucking asshole. And I support Shovel and she is my friend and I will offer her all of the support that I can. And we believe and support victims of abuse." And that's really nice to see, like, just how many of their friends just automatically were like, "Yeah, no, this is not cool, and I am in full support of Shovel."
Yeah, I mean, it's good she has a really good support system, and I'm so glad that they didn't turn on her because I know sometimes with situations like these, friends will choose the wrong side.
Yeah,
And I don't wanna say there's a right and a wrong side, but there is.
there is.
There is sometimes
There
with
is.
situations like this. I mean, if a friendship breaks apart for, like, a very mild reason, I do think it's wrong to choose sides. Like, if just, like, there was, like, a small argument and they broke up and then they're like, "Choose sides," but in a case like this,
Yeah,
there's definitely a side you should probably take as a good person.
yeah. But yeah, so it's a really bad situation, but there are good things that are coming out of it. Like we're seeing the people who obviously are very supportive of victims and are very supportive of their friend and you know, their other friend who is in the wrong here, they're like, "Yeah, no, you're in the wrong, and I want nothing to do with you." Um, I do think it
Yeah.
kind of sucks though for his band, not in like a I feel sorry for him kind of way, but it
His
sucks that
bandmates.
he's a terrible person and it's going to affect his bandmates because there's so
Yeah.
many people that no longer support Lovejoy because of what he has done.
Yeah, and I think that's probably really rough, especially because the rest of the bandmates did literally nothing. They have nothing towards this.
Yeah.
Um, it's just really rough, especially when you have so many people as an audience to something like this.
Yeah.
But she was really brave for doing that. Like not a lot of
Right.
people would.
I mean, like she said, like, she was trying to protect her own peace by not speaking about it. But, it sucks when you're in a position like that because then you're like, well, if I don't speak about it, then this could happen to somebody else. Um, because they don't know that this person is like that, or like not even maybe them being in a relationship with that same person, but being in a relationship where the same kind of thing happens to them, and not recognizing the signs of like, oh, this is possibly like not okay, this is possibly some form of abuse.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's great, she deserves all the love and all the support, and honestly, I think at the end of the day, I just hope that like she can heal from everything that happened, because I know that shit like that is really hard.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of like edits of her on TikTok. Just like really cute edits. And like honestly, I never really watched her before. Um, but she's so cute. She's
She
adorable.
She's one of the people that I used to like, because I didn't watch like like I didn't keep up with like the lore of the Dream SMP, but I did watch some of her stuff every now and again. She's probably the person that I watched the most, which is unfortunate because I think the other person I watched the most was Wilbur.
Mm, yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles, man.
Yeah. But that's why I tweeted out, and I was just like, it's crazy to wake up in the morning and just have to delete all of Lovejoy's music off of my playlist on Spotify, but I just
Right.
I can't.
Yeah, and it sucks for the other band members, but there's no way that you can support
Yeah.
Wilbur after all of this coming out.
And
And
honestly, like, I'm not the kind of person that's like, "Oh my god, I can separate the music from the person." I can't do that.
yeah, every time I hear it, I'll just be like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of like YouTubers, when I was younger, I used to watch like Stampy and like Sky Does Minecraft.
Oh
They
no,
were
not
like
Sky Does Minecraft.
okay, Midas says that that my dad looks like Sky Does Minecraft.
Oh no.
He tells everybody that.
He's kind of right though. Oh no. That's the wrong person to try to be looking like though.
Dad, if you watch this, I'm sorry. But every time we like bring up my dad on stream, he's like, "Oh yeah, her dad looks like Sky Does Minecraft."
Oh no.
Oh, it's rough. It's rough.
But yeah, it's a crazy thing. It's crazy that it's happening. It's wild that it was wild to read that apology, not apology, and to be like, is he actually the one that posted this? Because I'm just
I
like,
never saw it.
oh
I'll
my
have to look it
god,
up on Twitter
yeah,
after this.
I'll have
Is it still up?
it might be. I would assume
Honestly, maybe I'll
so.
look right now. Maybe I'll see if I can find it. Oh, speaking of Twitter, my Twitter has been saying I've been having notifications, and then like there's no notifications. Like when I click
I've
on
been
the
having
thing.
that same problem.
Really? Because it said I had 125 notifications this morning, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Hey, what happened?
No,
What did
mine
I
only said
do?"
I had like 20 something, and then I had like five.
Yeah, no, I had 2 DMs, and they were from bots. So
Yeah. But yeah, I just Oh, I think another update. I do know that Shovel said something about suing somebody, and I think we all know who that probably is.
I feel like it
So,
was very like he was trying to defame her after this. Okay, I'm looking at he does
yeah,
have it still up. I hate the way he did this.
yeah. Because he did also say at some point in his apology, not apology, that he was under the impression that him biting her was consensual, and I'm like, Mm, but didn't she say in her whole statement that, like, yeah, at some point it was consensual, but like they literally had a safe word and he did not acknowledge when she would use it? Like,
Yeah, it's not consensual after a safe word is used.
two things can be true, and telling half truths of like, oh, I thought it was consensual, like that's a half truth. Like it can be consensual, but when it's to a point where you don't acknowledge when somebody uses a safe word, it's no longer consensual.
Somebody is allowed to revoke consent at any
Yes,
point during
exactly.
any sort of act like that.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of people just don't understand that. And I don't want to say just men, because I know that there are women out there that don't understand that as well. A lot of women that think, oh, I'm already doing it, so we have to just see it through.
Yeah, which is not true. At any point, if you're uncomfortable, you could say, I'm not cool with this. Let's stop."
Exactly. Also, the comments, a lot of them are posting screenshots of Colleen's apology video.
It's so bad.
Dude, the comments are hilarious. There's a picture of a guy talking to a brick wall.
Oh my god. Honestly, that's what it's like, really. But
Honestly, this is a bad. I said I hadn't read it, but I had. I just saw it on TikTok. Forgot about that.
like, I know we're talking about Wilbur a lot, and like at the end of the day, it's not about him. It's about her, and it's about her being able to tell her story about what he did and being able to move on from it. But I just think that we had to acknowledge how terrible the situation is and how badly he handled the situation.
It was definitely handled bad. I feel like there would have been a lot less damage to him had he given a proper apology. I
Yeah.
mean, there still would have been damage because it's really fucked up, but it would
Yeah.
have definitely been minimized. I think
I
that
think
content
if
creators don't realize that if they use like improper apologies like that, it hurts them more.
yeah. I think the thing is, like, if he had really taken accountability, it could have been a lot different. There still would have been a lot of people not supporting him anymore, which he deserves. I just want to be very clear on that. He deserves that. But I think that he would have had room to grow and possibly come back from it. Not that I want him to, but he definitely dug himself a hole I don't think he can really get out of.
Yeah. And that happens a lot with content creators that they don't really think out their apologies and they just throw out whatever they think everyone else wants to hear and think what will incriminate them the least.
Yeah. And then they end up playing like a victim in the end, and it's not good. But yeah, that's I just wanted to talk about that because I was just like, that's it's wild.
Honestly, I think that's a great place to end. We are accepting people's stories. So if you do want a story that we want to talk about, like you want to tell us a story that you want us to talk about, feel free to. Oh, I guess we should have like an email or something. For now, you can DM one of us on Discord. You could DM me on Discord. I
Or
think my
Twitter.
Discord is or Twitter. Both of those are going to be for me. Emo pumpkin spice latte. I think my Twitter is just emo pumpkin spice. So feel free to DM me in either of those places if you have a story that
Yes.
you want us to talk about and tell.
If you want to DM me, my Discord is ZaraC, and then my Twitter is ZARA underscore C underscore.
Perfect. Well, I guess just cheers to that. I finished my drink just now,
Cheers.
so really perfect.
I still have some tea left, but I drank most of it, and I drink a lot of water, so we're doing good here.
Cheers with tea to the tea that we've spilled.
Cheers to the tea with the tea.
We'll see you next time. Bye.